What is up, guys? Back here with another YouTube video, and in case you cannot tell by the title below, this video will be a video where I share my honest thoughts and opinions on someone or something going on in this wacky weird world called professional wrestling. As you can tell by the title below, this one will be about my thoughts on if Konosuke Takeshita, sorry if I mispronounce his first name, is really future AEW World Champion. Would love to know what your thoughts and opinions are on this down in the comments below. While you are down there, feel free to hit the like, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Of course you don't have to if you don't want to, but it would mean a lot to myself if you did. And for the sake of the rest of the video, gonna call him Takeshita because I'm more comfortable saying that than both his first and his last name. And first time I personally ever heard of Takeshita was when he started doing more and more AEW shows back in 2021, and I don't remember the exact date, but I think it was like the last half of the, maybe not last half, maybe like the summer time of 2021, because I remember Kenny Omega was still champion and around that time period, and now he lost it in November, if I remember right. Time is a weird thing, but either way, I had no idea who he was because I don't really follow Japanese pro wrestling, let alone DDT Pro, which he was associated with working for since, according to Wikipedia, 2011 in some way, shape, or form, and whatnot, whether that's an active competitor or something more behind the scenes. But for myself, personally, I think he will be a future world champion with AEW. I'm not saying put the title on him yesterday, because again, my knowledge of him is very limited, especially in comparison to other people who have followed his career since roughly his debut in 2011-2012 time period. But he is a young guy. He's 28. He'll turn 29 in May of 2024 kind of deal. Math is not my strong suit. According to Wikipedia, he will be, at least. And for myself personally, I'm not saying, again, put the world title on him yesterday. I don't think he's fully ready to carry that load of being a world champion, but if hypothetically he spends the rest of his North American tour, or career I should say, with AEW, let's round it out to 10 years, because math, I like it simple, but if he never wins the AEW World Championship, I would be giving some, in a way, side-eye, in the fact that, again, I don't know him personally, never met him, never had any social media interactions with him, but just based off what I've seen on TV, he works well enough as a good guy, well enough as a bad guy. He's excellent, in my opinion, in the ring and all of that stuff. And the only thing holding him back, so to speak, is the fact that his English might not be as well as other people's, because English, to my knowledge, is not his first language. But you could always, in a way, fix that in the fact that he could be, I don't want to say the silent wrestler, but more of the Daniel Bryan-esque kind of world title-ish runs back in 2011, 2012 time period. Like, I don't remember any promos Daniel Bryan did for his first world title win in WWE, but I do remember the matches and all of that stuff, and I can see Takeshita for at least his first title reign, whether preferably more of a good guy than a bad guy, but being more like that, like people would remember the matches more than the promos. And if you would want him to do promos, do pre-tape him talking in Japanese with English subtitles, or have him continue doing work with Don Callis and all of that stuff, or a different manager if he would want to do face or be world champion as a good guy, and all of that stuff. But yeah, for myself personally, I think he is a future world champion. It won't be for another couple of years, if I had to bet a shiny loony on it. But if he's not a world champion by the end of the decade, assuming that he'll spend the rest of the decade with AEW, I would be shocked. Unless it's something like, hey, I'm like injury prone or something like that, which I hope, pray to the wrestling gods that he is not and will not be. And all of that stuff. But yeah, I think he is a future AEW world champion. There's still more building blocks that they could build upon and whatnot, just like a good chunk of the roster who could be future world champions. They just need more time, in my opinion, to get there. But yeah, that is it for this one. Feel free to hit the like, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Of course, you don't have to if you don't want to, but it would mean a lot to myself if you did. More importantly, hope you guys are doing okay mentally, emotionally, and physically.
The world that we tend to make up is nothing but a fantasy until you wake up. I feel like I'm just lying to myself, yeah. Cause I just crossed the line like I'm playing offside. Do it how I want and I'ma do it till I die. Feel like I'm just lying to myself, but it's